Say what? Yo, who was that? ATL show coming live. Speak about the world. Know that we are still. We got Tiama, Legacy, the podcast. Oh God, we're taking over with the ATL show.
Naya, what?
The ATL show's on. Duh. Get out! Get out!
Naya, it's supposed to be for adults only. It's supposed to be.
ATL, they're back.
It's my time again.
Anthony, Tiama, T Savage, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best in this shit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay, I'm the best you ever cast, just spell the way. First off, ain't no beef with the spinners in my city. But if it comes for 28, then shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers, either dead on the scene since you wanna be actors. This the message. I'm talking open hills and places. Schools over feeling foggy, I'll be patiently waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move, going against me. Once when you ready to lose. The game, the street, the zone is took. This the message, hope it leave you from me rappers. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot.
ATL.
Just-in-time accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Tiama Copeland is your independent paparazzi agent. Join her live online Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join her on Facebook at Tiama Sweetness Copeland or her fan page, Just-in-Time Accessories, or you can find her on YouTube at Tiama Harris. That once again is Just-in-Time Accessories. Everything is only $5. Nickel and lead-free jewelry. Tiama Copeland, independent paparazzi agent. Just-in-Time Accessories definitely have the bling and everything in between. Check her out.
Make sure you go over to Goli.com and get your Goli gummies today. They have 3 selections, 3 choices to choose from. They have the apple cider vinegar, the ashwagandha, and new, they now have the superfruit. In addition to going over to GoliGummies.com, make sure you use the ATL as your discount code and receive a huge discount. It supports the channel and the podcast. In addition to all of that, the gummies, they're a source of antioxidant. They have vitamins B9, B12, promotes general good health, helps improve your daily health, contains pectin, a source of dietary fiber, uses pectin as a natural prebiotic to support the healthy gut and immune system, includes the mother, a healthy strain of bacteria, antioxidants, and enzymes. Mask the unpleasant taste of the apple cider vinegar. It's simple, it's delicious, it's Goli.
Good evening. Welcome everyone to the Anthony Brown Show. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown, and welcome to this segment that we call the ATL. How we all doing tonight? I'm joined tonight by my very lovely co-host, Miss Tiama Sweetness.
What they do, everybody.
Hi.
I'm also joined tonight by the very bold, the very beautiful, feeling a little under the weather, but yet she's here, Miss T Savage.
Hey, everybody.
Titties.
You so yeah.
Also, I'm joined by the fashionista, Mr. Shawty Doo-Wop himself, Mr. Legacy the Great.
ATL, Holy in the building, baby. What it do?
And of course, I'm joined by the very lovely Miss Juicy Cakes.
Blessings, everyone. Blessings.
Blessings.
And we have a very
So
special
glad to
guest.
be here.
We have a very special guest in the house tonight, Miss Kathy herself. How you doing, Miss Kathy?
Hi, I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
How you doing, Miss Kathy?
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Kathy is in the house.
Hey,
I just want to remind everybody.
Kathy, I hope
Hey,
you're ready.
Kathy.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm definitely ready.
I just want to remind everybody to definitely hit that like button, hit the comments, and subscribe. And don't forget to share this with your friends and family. So hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment. And if you comment below, we will see your comments and read them aloud live on the screen. Hey, Adrian. How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey.
Okay. I tell you. So how everybody doing today? First and foremost, let's get all the formalities out of the way. How's everybody doing?
Blessed.
Definitely blessed.
Definitely blessed.
See, Savage, how you feeling?
I'm hanging in there.
You hanging in there?
Just tired. Yeah.
I understand. Okay, I just told everybody the last show episode that you're feeling under the weather. I didn't go in details. I said if she wants y'all to know, she will explain it.
So that you
Y'all,
can explain it.
I got COVID. Ain't nothing to explain. It's real.
My baby got COVID.
I called my coworker. I said, "Hey, I heard you got that shit. I got that shit too."
Y'all get her off of this part. That girl crazy.
I'm just trying to stay in positive spirits. You know, it's real easy to get down when you got to be by yourself. So,
right.
You want me to come over there and keep you company?
No, motherfucker, no. You gonna be trying to climb these titties. This is not happening.
Let me tell you, I think that's a God thing on you that they just don't care. They coming to visit.
Yeah, I ain't never had a man just come to visit me that ain't kin. Okay.
So
I thought that was your brother.
Yeah,
my
we ain't no
brother was
blood.
willing to come hang with you because he don't believe
I ain't
COVID
even
is
heard
real.
from, and I actually called you too to get his information. You ain't answered my phone call, and you didn't call me back.
Listen,
But that's another
I have been
conversation.
Kunta Kinte for everybody. Everybody been coming at me. Listen, black folks, my world is real hectic. Okay,
I ain't got
I
nothing to do
got
with that,
baby
especially
daddy
when you
with
tell
problems
me.
because you don't bring me my. Listen, Linda, this black woman be busy.
It don't matter. If you tell me to call you back, I expect you to answer or at least
No,
give
but
me a
let me
call
tell
back.
you, in my mind, y'all know how this go. In your mind, you be expecting to call people. But it's not enough of data where some stuff falls in between the cracks based on how much stuff you really got going.
Yeah.
All I heard was womp the womp womp womp.
You know, she always get on me stuff in her like the
You
ball
know,
headed
her best friend over here with COVID, and I ain't heard from her since.
You know what? If she don't stop doing me wrong, my mama, I had my mom, well, my little sister wound up taking her some Immunical free of charge. So right now I'm ahead of the game. So why is you still coming to me? See, black people, they don't
You
be
think because
satisfied
you
with
wait, you think because
and
you
I
bought
did,
free
and
Immunical.
listen, Legacy, I
You wait,
did
hold
call
on.
her.
You think
That's how she knew to call me back.
you bought free Immunical? No, oh my, I can't even do this. So I got to save my breath to read this letter because it'll attack your lungs and stuff, and I'm a
But did I
smoker.
call you? Did I call you?
Y'all, this
Did I call
another show topic right here. Okay.
Wow.
See, don't be doing like that. Y'all see how she trying to make me look bad in these YouTube streets.
I ain't trying to make her look bad. She supposed to call me back, and that's it. And then she supposed to call me with my little boo number. I didn't even get my little boo number.
Okay, I'm gonna text it right now. Let me see. I totally forgot because your little booty getting on all my. That's why I ain't got no edges now.
Y'all
Cause
dumb.
your boo. My brother be trying to like literally send crazy.
Wow. Okay, moving right along. Our question of the day.
Oh my God.
How you have sex to get to know someone? This is who made this question? I already know. Miss little
Gotta
juicy
be legacy.
juicy with the cupcakes, with the mini cupcakes.
This is
Hold
what
on,
this
yeah.
man told me
This
this
Did you
week.
have sex to
He
get to know
told me
this
I
gonna be
was
good.
immature
I wonder.
because he wanted to get to know me, and I should let him get to know me. And I asked him what he meant by getting to know me, and he said he could taste me.
Dive in them juices.
He could yep. And
See?
he said we was grown. That's what grown folks do. So I just thought maybe I'm just not grown no more. But now you just made me think that maybe I don't know.
That legacy was right.
That's what grown people do when the time is right. Because you trying to do that don't get to know me. They get to know my juices and my taste. That's all they get to know.
That's you.
No, but he should want to know more than just how she tastes.
If he done spent some time already, if he done already spent some
She said
time.
get to know. You cannot get to know somebody by how they taste. That's not how you get to know a
But
person.
she have not.
But nothing.
Actually,
You
that
say
is
but
how he
it
get to
can.
know her. He get herpes, gonorrhea, clap, all that syphilis of the mouth. He'll get to know everything he needs to know.
Oh my God.
Well, I hope.
Y'all, I
Y'all, but you
told y'all I had a
nasty.
long day. I had a long day. So I got the answers. What you want to
So
know?
hold on for a minute, Tony. The lady's off the chain already. She done got her buddy back, and she's loose tonight. So understand that Tiama is off the chain. So Tony, I want to ask, and I'm gonna go with Tiama. Already gave her answer because you can get a gonorrhea, you can get to know them, but you can get to know a lot of other things as well. So Tony,
yes,
in 90 days you've dated, held hands, looked into each other's eyes, told life stories, even kissed, puckered and kissed.
And lied.
Some people lied. In 90 days, or a little, let's go 120. I know yours is 90. By the 90th day, he may have already been in the bajuju.
And maybe not.
And maybe not. That's why I said a little longer, but within the time frame, after that is what we call courtship. So shouldn't something take place? Because that's him getting to know her getting to know him. Now he wants to know the inside of her.
I don't feel like you know somebody because you. I don't feel like you know somebody. I don't feel like you know somebody because you spend time with them. I feel like you know a person because you see how they move over time and how they handle certain situations.
5 months,
a person will tell you, they'll reveal to you what they want you to know, the parts of them that they want you to see, and they gonna hide the rest of it. And the rest of it you got to see over time when they think you're not looking. You like, dang, did he really do that? Dang, did she really do that? So I really don't think you get to know a person by spending time with them like that. But that's
how do you get to know him, T Savage? How do you get to know him?
You get to observe them in different situations.
But if you're not placed in those different situations, in those situations that you're
in situations with you, just it could be with other people. Like you could see somebody do something and be like, "Damn, I can't believe he did that to her." Okay, so I know how you'll do me. Check.
That's not necessarily true, Savage, because people handle people. I know, but I'm just saying it's not necessarily a true statement. Because
how you gonna denounce my opinion? That's my opinion.
That's yours, but I'm saying if we're gonna look at it from a clear standpoint, how somebody treats you, you may treat that person better, and that person who he or she went off on or did something to may have done something to cause them to act that way. You being who you are may not have that person to act in a different way because you make them feel good, you treat them like somebody, you make them feel like they're a person. So that may not come from you.
What she's saying, Legacy, is if that person caused them to go off, whatever that person did to cause them to go off, her rebuttal is she's saying, well, what if I did that same thing or a similar thing? Would he treat
Then
me?
you hit the button. Then you hit that button because, like she said, it does give you an opportunity to learn a person. But if you're not spending time with an individual to be in that situation to see it, then you won't know it. So time allows you to be
with sex. That was the question the other day. That has nothing to do with sex, though.
I just asked you, Tony. I said, in what time frame do you think that it should happen?
And with me, it's 90 days.
Because what is your reason for the 90 days?
I just feel that in 90 days, I think I can know you well enough before I can give you my body.
And if you don't pass, if they can't get to the threshold of that part, then their probationary period is over.
Right, they're fired.
Okay, so Tiama, let me get that big mouth.
I ain't got. Listen here. I don't have a specific number to like my 90-day law, but I know it won't be my. I just met your ass. You taste my juices to know me. Cause if you doing that with me, how many others you did? So you gonna put that clap gonorrhea mouth on me? No hell.
But have you tasted somebody's juices before 90 days?
I just said that, yeah.
You didn't get it either.
Wait, flag on the face. We're talking about a girl. We're talking
That's
about
what
a girl.
I'm talking about.
That's why I say I don't go by. I don't have like a specific number of days I got to get to know you. Until I feel comfortable enough with you, it is a no-go.
Miss Melinda?
Who's Melinda?
My bad. The young lady at the bottom of you, Tony.
Kathy?
Oh.
Miss Kathy.
Me, honestly, I agree with her. If I feel comfortable enough with you and we have enough conversation, and mine has to be intelligent conversation, then we good.
But Kathy, could you feel comfortable in 14 days?
No. I don't think so. Depending on, to be honest, it all depends on how much time we spend with each other within those 14 days and the conversations that we have. Because at the end of the day, I'm the type of person that if I feel comfortable around you, if we can have intelligent conversations and have conversations that are meaningful and are about things that you want in your future that you're trying to pursue and things that you're trying to change and do better with, that's what I feel comfortable with you. And maybe, very slightly, maybe it would get to that point.
Okay.
Now, let me ask the whole panel this real quick question, since you said that. Now, I'm a firm believer that the 90-day rule is the person that you spend on spending quality time with and building an empire and possibly pursuing, a life with. But I'm a firm believer, and I wholeheartedly live by it. When a woman meets a man, she knows within the first 5 to 10 minutes that she wants to smash or not.
Correct.
So with that being said, is there ever a situation where you've ever met somebody and you're saying, well, I don't want to date him, but I heard through the grapevine that he got some good meat. So, and I'm horny. He here. He look good. He my type. I don't want to date him, but I do want a good jug. So, has there ever been a situation where you would just use a man?
Tell the truth.
Use a man for the meat.
It's true. Yeah.
It is true.
It's true. It is true.
Just use the man for the meat, because a woman knows within the first 5 minutes whether or not she want to smash, or that he's quality enough to smash. So
right.
I've seen a guy that say, well, damn, he's fine. Oh, God damn, he just do it for me. But I don't want to date him. But I bet you he got good meat. And I'm horny. He here, I'm here. And so you lead him on and take him to the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, and just smash and leave him alone.
Yeah. We have basic instincts as well. It's not like you guys are different than we are. We just don't.
Do men know in the first 5 minutes that they want to smash?
Right.
In the 5 minutes that they're going to smash.
Preach it on out there tonight, Tony. Preach it on out there tonight, Tony.
You know what?
See, a man may want to smash within the first 5 minutes, but now he has to put the work in.
Yes.
So it may not happen in the first 5 or 10 minutes. Whereas a woman, on the other hand, she's saying if she finds him attractive and want to smash, she in her mind she's saying,
he can get that cooler.
Why is he doing all this extras? Because he had me at hello.
Oh.
You know,
do it, Tom Cruise.
That's
Tony, our name ain't up there tonight. So Miss Juice, Juice is gone. So Savage, Tiama, none of that has never happened in life.
No. Let me tell you, one time when I divorced my first husband.
Even with a female.
For real. I was like, I'm gonna be single. I'm gonna and UK. I was at her house with her. I say I'm finna be the biggest hoe till I have seen. Man, let me tell you. I wound up being in a whole nother 8-year relationship. So my mindset be like, I'm finna go out there and be them. But my coochie game be like, who the fuck, where the fuck you finna go? Dude, I thought we agreed. So I be playing it, but I don't never execute.
Savage.
Yes.
So you ain't never twerked that body in the first day?
She said, hey. Oh, shoot.
Well, you know, I'm just gonna say everybody got a pass, you know.
Everybody have a pass.
And that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna I ain't never gonna tell on me.
Details.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna never tell on me, honey.
I want details.
You want details?
Never mind.
You know, if it wasn't, if this conversation wasn't recorded and couldn't be held against me, then I would not. I would, right? But I can't because y'all could play this back. Cause some of the stuff I got to say, you gonna want to play it back.
You know what? I can't.
That's right, Savage. Hold it in, bro.
When they say I plead the fifth, bro.
Yeah, meet me backstage.
Okay, that's right. Y'all are a whole mess.
Oh, man.
That's it for the question of the day. Let's go into the letter of the day.
Dear ATL is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to theanthonybrown@gmail.com.
Okay, moving right. Am I the only one on the show tonight?
No.
Where's my picture that says T Savage Presents?
Or it didn't come up?
No, it should come up before the letter, really. It should be T Savage Presents, the ATL show letter. Dear ATL letter. We're going to talk about this later because it should say T Savage Presents the ATL letter.
You going to correct me live?
No, I said we're going to talk about this later. Hold on, like how your mama say when you was younger, where you show all that is where you get it at. Okay. No, but here we go, y'all. Y'all bear with me, okay?
Savage. Savage.
What?
I'm so glad you bite to read these letters. I'm so glad.
Why?
Tony don't know how to read them like you.
Stop it. Dear ATL whole family, I have a big problem, and I do mean a really big one. I recently moved to a small city, one of those towns where everyone knows each other. Well, I moved here to live with and assist my 83-year-old grandmother. Well, my grandmother still attends church, Sunday school, Bible study, choir practice, and anything else in the church that the church is having when the doors are open. Well, when I first moved in, I was not into the whole church thing, but my grandmother's philosophy and words that she lives by is, as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. So with that being said, she made me start attending church almost as much as she did. Here's the issue. I found myself being attracted to the lady over the church choir. Guess what? She found me hot as well. She and I have been dating and fucking heavily for the past 6 months now. At this point, I think we are in love with each other. The first big shocker is she recently told me she is 2 months pregnant. I guess that does not seem to be such a shocker. Part 2, ooh, she is the pastor's wife, baby.
Whoa.
She tells me they are in the marriage just for the image at this point. He is 40 years her senior and have not been intimate well over 15 years. Oh, she should have been cheating, Jeff. He does not know she is pregnant or that she and I are a thing. Matter of fact, no one knows, not even my grandmother. I know this news will kill my grandmother and bring shame on the church. The pastor was never able to give her children. We have had discussions on building a family together and being together. ATL family, I need your help. What should I or we do?
Abortion.
Ooh.
Well,
What?
I'm not going to tell you that, but we're going to go right into prayer. Everybody hold hands.
Oh, hey, Tony. Let's give Miss Kathy the honor to start this one off tonight.
Kathy, what do you think she should do? Or he should do?
Well, honestly, that's a crazy situation, first of all. They should have been honest with each other in the beginning. And, you know, why would you sit there and be with someone just for an image? Be with someone because you want to be with them.
Well, she said that image at this point, so I'm assuming at some point she did love him and they were in a relationship because they were a unit, a real unit. But then I guess as he got older, he could no longer perform in bed because he's 40 years older than her. So at this point, it was just image. You know, all pastors got to have a first lady. So rather than divorce, we're going to stay married because it looks good to the public.
But you're going to stay married and
be unhappy.
Hate your life. Do better.
Well, he
be happy with yourself. You got to be happy by yourself before you can be happy with someone else. You can't sit there and build an image that is false, especially if you're supposed to be in that specific position.
Miss Kathy, I got that, but we talking about, I want to be more specific on what should she do, what should the gentleman do about now this this woman is pregnant, carrying this child, and it is going to destroy possibly destroy the church. It could, or the old man could be, okay with it because of the fact that, he will have a child in the house, because I can't really just see her leaving her life and status of life to be with somebody who hasn't, who doesn't have that status yet. So the man may be accepted to the fact that it's a child that he can be a part of the child's life.
That part I do agree upon, but if the other man, though, not the husband, but the guy that wrote the letter,
right?
would he not be would he be more happier if he allowed them to raise his child by themselves, or would that eat him up, you know,
I'm sure he was
knowing that he has a child out there
and I'm sure
and
he would
not
be
being
the
part of
child,
their life?
He would be in the child because he said they talked about raising a family and building a family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if she stays with her husband
That's
and
still gonna be
they
a
don't want
child.
to, yeah, that's true. But going back to them keeping up their image, what would that say?
Cause she's not gonna be able to stay in the church knowing that she was hoeing. Cause the deacon,
Right.
the deacon and the stewardesses on the board gonna say she giving us some she, that she might in the annex letting them get it now. But the dude sitting over there on the pool. Juicy, give me your input on this one right quick.
Oh, me, oh my. Uh-oh, hold on. I had to tune in and listen on through YouTube because I kept going out and I wanted to make sure I heard what was going on. But woo, they could play it off, and he was a donor, and you know, like they got surrogate moms. He was a surrogate father. But
you know what, Juicy? I can't mess with you because in that little bit of time you came up with a whole storyline. I'm good.
She good with it now. Go ahead, Ju.
They can still hold on to the image using that surrogate shit.
Yeah.
Or how you
Juicy
feel. The marriage is about their union. That commitment is a business endeavor too. And so if he loves her and wants her to have what she desires and she desires a child and he can't give it, he's supposed to be willing to give unconditionally to his wife, right? You know what y'all
Stop it.
Lexi,
Stop it.
My bad. Lucy, you can't talk to Legacy no more. Your brain just went all the way out the motherfucking window. Y'all are no longer having conversations by yourself. This man is ruining your brain. No, ma'am. Did you just get it? For real,
Juicy, I love you,
remember,
Juicy.
you've been a whole wife in these streets. Did you really just say that? But the story that you came up with was so good, so well, I can't fuck with you.
Hey, Savage.
They became
Savage.
I want to believe that. It's morals and values.
Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second, y'all. But
You
Juicy
came
is
up
the
with your
man.
storyline so quick. It was funny.
Savage, let me what you think about it? Cause you know, all of us was pretty much raised in the church on here, but you got a father that's a pastor. So how would you feel if you found out that, being a sister and find out that, dad could no longer, give mom another child that she wanted, but mom's got with Buddy, and now you about to be a sister again?
I would probably lose a lot of respect for my mother for not handling the situation the right way. Because if you really don't want to be with somebody, no matter what image you're trying to portray, you got to separate yourself from that and be willing to man up and deal with the consequences that come with it. Whether that be taking the perfect image that you had or not. I think it's better to break it off and go do your thing than to sit here and lie about it and add another person and the baby to the mix.
So with that being said, that now that the woman pretty much is, well, that's crazy because we just had a topic about getting to know somebody, and they showed you what getting to know somebody was, all about just a few minutes ago with the topic, the question of the day, and this subject. So we know that it ain't no time limit on when you can get to know somebody and how fast. The dude just moved to town. He already done impregnated the first lady, and so it ain't no time limit. You can get the Holy Ghost pussy if
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Unlike me, I'm gonna send her mama some flowers, and I'm gonna go get my man.
Oh my. Holy Ghost.
The anointed pussy.
Yes.
We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that.
No, we're not.
You're supposed to laugh, we trying to make you smile through your trials and tribulations.
Girl, not talking about no anointed PUSSY in the same sentence. Oh my God.
No, I'm
those
talking
two
about
words
what I
should not
said. You'll be disappointed. I say not me. I'm gonna send your mama some flowers, and I'm going to go get
Girl,
my
shut
man.
up. You notice that I ignored your answer. I already know what you're gonna do.
You already know too. I know exactly what she talking about.
I'm gonna go help your daddy divorce her. Go get my man. You know
Oh,
it,
God.
and then I'm be your stepmama.
Okay.
My mom
But
about to be like, if they have it, she'll be like, you want them? Let me pack his bag for you. Go ahead.
So
if she found out if the roles was reversed, if she found out he was doing something like that, Drew to pack his bag for him. We're gonna play that.
Yeah, this the inside. My daddy was my crush in the 5th grade. Okay, so y'all don't know me. That's my best.
Y'all, my daddy her crush in 2021. Don't listen to her.
Sure is.
I told you I'm a cougar chaser. Let me catch him.
That girl's crazy. But Savage.
And his wife know.
Tiama, hold on for a minute, baby.
Yes.
Savage, so give him something to stand on how he should deal with this matter.
Actually, that's a conversation that the wife needs to have with the husband, because he is not in a relationship with them two. It's the pastor and the pastor's wife. She got to address that, not him.
But he has to address it to his grandmother.
Oh, well, it don't matter what grandmama think, because you grown.
Pretty much.
I love you, grandma. Make sure she sitting down and have something to relax, so she don't have no heart attack or no stroke. Because she is that might take her eye. You don't want to take her eye off of that.
Yeah, but Juicy, I also think he need to be looking for him. He might be having to find him a place to stay.
Because he done broke up grandma's church.
Right. She might can't handle it. Heathens can't live here.
Yeah, if you can't live here, you fucking the pastor's wife.
Yeah, because grandma can pick him out.
All you know, all he gotta do is grandma, she laid hands on me. I ain't know what to do.
So she put the
Holy Ghost told me to go to the church.
That's true, grandmama. That's true.
I'ma blame it on grandma. I follow you. I ain't trusted the people in your church to do right by me. She laid hands on me. Hallelujah.
Okay.
Now that was a great man.
There you go. So, Mr. Brown.
Yes.
I definitely know. I've had it from all the women on the cast. They've gave their opinion on it. Let me get some enlightenment on how you feel or who you feel is at fault and how this should be handled.
The only person that's at fault is the pastor's wife, because her commitment was to the pastor, her husband,
okay,
and to the Lord and to the church. She had an image to uphold and this and that. I do understand let me finish. So I do understand where she's coming from, because she hasn't been in the spiritual phrase. She hasn't been known for 15 years. So she ain't had none. So she had cobwebs in her coochie. So
whoa, itchy.
So she was horny. She had a desire. She was in need. She was overdue. So a nice, vibrant young man came into town. Like I said, she's 40 years younger than her husband. So think about if her husband is in his 60s or 70s, well, let's say if he's in his 70s. So that means she's in her 30s. This man that came to town, he is in his 30s.
Tony, now that you say that, you made me think about something. If he's 40 years her senior, he is a molester. Because I can't get the math together on when he could have started dating her without him being a molester.
Well, she's in her 30s, then they could have been started married dating when she was 20.
So that make him so then that puts her in the image of being a gold digger because you had to be with him at 20, he had to be 60. So what was you knew that this man we eventually wasn't gonna work, and
that's what she was hoping.
Maybe that's what she was hoping, to be able to garner the money and then eventually not have to have sex with him no more, and then be able to hold.
And then if he died, then she inherit the empire.
Stick with her, buddy. Stay with her. Let her have her husband and house and the child till he get up out of here, and then all of that'll be your inheritance as well. So a hoe for a hoe.
What's up, everybody?
What is up, Mr. Nance?
Hey, Cat.
How you doing?
Well, for me, I think everybody on here has some very nice things to say. But for me, I'm gonna just tell you, buddy, the easiest thing, man, I don't even want to say it because I don't really want to hear tea on my mouth.
Nobody should just tell, because all that stuff, and she's in the first trimester, is a bad idea.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, the only other thing that you can do, as Juicy said, is y'all can play it to the bone. And if this pastor think that his wife, whom ain't had no penis in 15 years, has become the new Virgin Mary, and God has gave her an immaculate conception, then he need to have the burning bush put on the top of his head, because he know damn well that ain't his baby, and he know that the walls in the church been on fire every time the damn organists come in there and stroll with the choir, that his wife draws been a little more wetter than they normally be when he lay beside her.
Wow.
The seat of her pants has been almost to where you can wring them out. And you ain't did all that in 15 years.
Cordell said amen.
Go to sleep, Cordell.
Oh, man, this is a hell of a letter. I just think that, if your guys gonna pull it together, but you should the woman should sit down, as Tony said, with her husband first, because that's who she made a commitment and to, and she had a vow before God, and to just tell him and go ahead and just move on if that's the direction you're gonna do, because you've already, went this far to have a baby, to get, that means you've been having unprotected sex. That means that you didn't care, what I'm saying, if you was allowing the man to, release inside of you. So just go ahead and keep it all the way real, because everything else you've been doing is real, and let him know that, you'll still be there for him, but you need your plumbing to be working, and he don't have a plunger for you anymore.
He lost his plumbing license.
Y'all better stop picking on him. That's gonna be y'all one day.
Well, I will throw back at least 3 Viagras when that day comes. 100 milligrams too.
I can't.
So
Maca works as well.
Who?
Maca root.
Also, Jaws work too.
Told you, jawbone.
They lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerant. Boy, you dumb. But yeah, just pray on it, man. Y'all make the best decision because y'all about to bring a life into this world. If it's the Lord's will, and do your best you got to do. Try to make it work, but don't live in a lie about I done been in this position on a few times, and Lord help us. It's a very hard situation, and ain't nothing like sitting around watching somebody you care about and somebody that she pretends to care about raise something that you know that you're supposed to be a part of, and you have to eat that one. So don't do that. Just go ahead and deal with what you got to deal with and get it behind you and move forward.
I have a question before we move forward. You said you've been in this position a few times?
All you have to do, it's on Patreon.
It's on pay. You gotta pay for that. Can I get a free subscription?
The first show we ever did was something serious.
The first show was on Patreon.
Oh God!
And the Patreon link is usually in the description section of every video. So if you click on the Patreon link and subscribe, you will see the very first show that tells it all.
Man,
when I tell
we do that together in Zoom.
To all legacy fans, his true fans, you need to go see that.
Oh my!
It's 3 hours and 42 minutes of pure fire.
That's how the ATL show was birthed.
Good Lord.
That's how this show was created around legacy.
Y'all crazy.
So guess what, Legacy?
What?
I got some bartering.
You got some what?
Bartering.
Oh Lord.
Anywho, let's move right along. Let's give a commercial, and after this commercial, we're going to go into tonight's topic. What's love got to do with it? When a woman is fed the fuck up. The Anthony Brown Show and the ATL Show now have merchandise available for purchase. You can purchase your merchandise at the link located in the description section below the video. We have male and female shirts, male and female tank tops, jerseys, hoodies, and onesies for your infants. Yes, everything you need in apparel, we have it here. The Anthony Brown Show, along with the ATL Show. The ATL Show shirts proudly say we are the blueprint, and the Anthony Brown shirts grind until you shine. Get yours today. Cordell says, I believe this letter was T. Savage letter. So trying to say your mama pregnant.
Savage, did you hear Cordell Savage?
Definitely not T. Savage letter. My mama is not on the 6 o'clock news. I mean, my dad ain't on the 6 o'clock news, 10 o'clock news. I ain't on the news because I'm busting heads too. So definitely not my letter. Sorry, Cordell. Thanks, but no thanks.
Okay.
And my Luke's been got rid of all that plumbing. She's smart. She ain't dumb.
Okay. Our topic of the day has come to me, a dear friend of mine, Miss Kathy here. We were on the phone talking the other day about a situation. She and her better half. She didn't want to use his real name. So what name did we come up with for him?
Teacup.
Teacup. So we're gonna call him Teacup in the letter. In this conversation, for the sake of not giving his real name. But Mr. Teacup and Kathy have been dating and living together and doing grown folks things, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
And
you do.
They getting to know each other.
Yes.
Yes.
Legacy way.
Mm.
And, so as a result of that, she said that he has been showing signs of infidelity multiple times, but yet, and they've broken up, gone back together numerous of times, and for whatever reason, she keeps taking him back. So I told her, come on, share as much as she can of her story, and we'll ask questions based on her delivery, and we'll go from there. And we'll try to shed some light and try to give some relationship advice. And one thing for sure, Kathy, like I said, this show is that show that we give the unadulterated truth. We give it to you blood raw.
Okay.
If you have tissue
I
paper,
can take it.
this is not the show for you. So let's go
I can take it.
Talk about Miss
Let's
Kathy.
do this.
Speak up.
All right. Let's see. First of all, me and Mr. Teacup, we met on a dating site, which was stupid because it wasn't supposed to be a relationship to begin with. It was supposed to be one night and that's it.
One night only.
One night only.
Right. And it turned out to be this long 8-year relationship.
So I'm gonna know about it.
It was literally the most craziest roller coaster of emotions, of arguments, fighting, cheating, lying. And the sad thing is, everybody knows that actually knows me refers to me as the FBI because I can get any information I want.
You must relate it to Tiama.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So I have all the proof of all the foolishness. I've literally taken care of this man when he was physically unable to take care of himself.
And why was he not able to take care of himself? He did not have a job.
All right, I knew you were gonna ask me that. Because he went on a vacation for the weekend to hang out with his boys in Tampa, and before he reached his actual destination, because he went up there to cheat on me,
Miss Kathy, I gotta ask this.
Go ahead.
You approved him going on the vacation, right?
But I didn't know he was cheating on me. I found out that after I went up there to take care of him.
Okay.
So
it was a boys' trip he was going on, and then you found out that was a lie.
Yes, that's what happened.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, go hang out with your boys. It's cool. Have fun. I'm going to stay here and hang out with my girl. So he leaves. As soon as he gets off the bus, he gets on his electric scooter, skateboard, because that's his thing. And he gets hit by a car, full speed. He ends up he shattered his pelvis. He was really badly injured. Mm-hmm. And So I was scared, hurt. I didn't hear from him. So I went up there to go up there, and I took care of him.
Hold
While
on.
taking care of him.
Hold on, Miss Kathy.
Go ahead.
How did you find out after? Because it seemed like you fast forward and past some stuff. So he goes, he gets hit. He call you and notify you that he's injured.
No, actually, I found out from his mother that he was injured because he didn't.
And he was in the hospital.
Yes.
Okay.
And I didn't find out until a week and a half after he was in the hospital. I even called the cops to make a missing report because he didn't come back because he missed work, and I was calling his jobs to let him know, hey, there's something wrong. I'm going to deal with it.
Was he unconscious that week that you didn't hear from him?
Yes, he was unconscious.
The whole week?
When did his mom find out?
Yeah, when did
she knew the same. The sad thing is, she knew the same day. Her and his brothers knew the same day. And I actually called them and texted each and every one of them and asked, hey, have you heard from him, from Teacup? I'm worried because he's supposed to go to work and his job's calling me.
And they said?
So the mama was cloaking.
Yeah, the fact that he was in the hospital. So
did she let the job know at least? And
no. I called after they called me and left me a message and said, "Hey, he didn't come to work. What's going on?" Because I'm his emergency contact. So I text and call his family. They don't know what's going on. So me being the good woman that I was and trying to protect him, I was like, "Hey, he's not feeling good. I'm gonna let you know when he's gonna be okay and when he can come back." And considering he was so well in his job, that they were like, you know what, okay, because he never called days off, never did anything. He always stayed extra, helped other sections and stuff. So he was a great employee. So they gave him leeway. And when I found out that he was in the hospital, the next day I went all the way up there.
But Miss Kathy,
yes,
I got a question.
No
now
problem.
he's in the hospital a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the blue, the mama called you. He's still in a induced coma, and after a week and a half, I guess the hospital gave information to the mom that we're gonna need some people to wipe his ass. So after she found out that she might have to be wiping ass and balls, she decided that she would now inform you that her son is in the hospital and he needs you here.
Actually, that's part of that. Yeah, that part of that is true. And the other part was the day she called me, he woke up and he was like, "Where's my girlfriend? Where is she?" And because he didn't know where he was coming off the meds.
Were you the girlfriend he was asking for, or the one that was there he was going to go see?
That I do not know, and probably will never know.
Well, that's my thing. I'm still trying to get to the point.
When I found out,
how did you find out that he was going to see someone?
I found out because they gave me all his personal effects, and I had his password to his phone.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
In the midst of your man being laid up in a induced coma, you rushing up here. One of the things that you needed to know was what was in that damn phone.
No, actually not. The only reason I opened it up was because he wanted me to get some numbers out of it for him. And he couldn't do it himself. So
okay, now go ahead and elaborate on that.
Well, at the time he was pinned down to the bed because he kept trying to rip out his IVs and stuff. So he wasn't able to move around. He was strapped down to the bed. So he's like, "Can you get these numbers for me and call it and then put it on speaker for me?" And I was like, "Okay, no problem." And I did.
To the girl?
No. It was to his brothers and his job. And the sad thing is, I had them in my phone, but he was like, "No, use my phone so they know it's me." So I was like, "Okay."
Miss
So I
Kathy,
did. Yes.
I want you to make sure to remember what was the name of that phone and the battery that was in the back of that goddamn phone. That that phone did not die in almost 2 weeks and was fully still charged. I need to know that because we got to use that.
Oh,
shit
I can tell you exactly what kind of phone it was because we only mess with Samsung phones. Samsung Galaxies. That's
That was
it.
a hell of a battery. That was a hell of a battery.
Plus, he had a charging case on it. We have all the accessories for them.
Now, Miss Kathy,
Yes.
I'm gonna get in your business. You also said that he was abusive in our previous conversation.
Correct.
Verbally and physically.
Yes.
And he was abusive to the point where he's even caused injury to you.
Correct.
First of all, I don't believe that anyone should have to put their hand on anyone, male or female, gay or straight, period. Because I feel that if you and I are in a relationship and you're doing something, because what happens is when a person put their hand on you, what they're doing is they're trying to make you see and understand from their point of view. That's what the me putting my hand on you is doing. You're not seeing it my way, so I gotta hit you. So now that you see it my way. And that's what masters did to slaves. Slaves didn't see the master's way, so I gotta spank you and beat you and whip you. Now you're gonna see it my way. At least you're gonna make me think you see it my way anyway to keep from getting the next ass whooping.
Right.
So, so I don't feel that anyone, especially in a relationship, because love is not supposed to hurt. And so if I love you and I'm in a committed relationship, I shouldn't have to put my hand on you. And if it gets to the point where I have to put my hand on you, I feel that I need to put my hand on you, then we don't need to be together. And I, as a man, I should have enough something in me to say, okay, I'm gonna walk away from this. Or you as a woman should be like, okay, well, I don't deserve this, and I too am gonna walk away from this and not walk back. But yet, for 8 years, both of you have been walking back. Either he'll walk back, you'll walk back, y'all break up, y'all separate, but then y'all keep getting back together. So my question is, like you said earlier when we did the question of the day, a person has to love themselves enough before they can love anyone else.
Sure.
So that's the first question is, do you love yourself? And if so, what's making you keep go back?
You know what? I'm going to answer this question honestly, like blood raw honest. I did not love myself. I tolerated all the bullshit, all the abuse, all the negativity. Because I felt like I didn't deserve to be happy. And I was raised to always obey your spouse. And it was very I was torn because I wanted to be happy, but because of certain issues that I have, I didn't allow myself to do that. And because I didn't allow myself, I continued to let myself be disrespected, to be used.
So you got to ask yourself, you got to reach into yourself and say, what does happiness mean to me? And secondly, what will it take for me to be happy?
And you know what?
Whatever your answer is, if the person isn't bringing those things to you, then it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be.
And you know what? I did come to that conclusion, and it took this current situation between me and him to allow me to.
You got a comment.
Oh, I love you too, boo. It allowed me to, because of the space that we have from each other now, I was able to think of everything that I need to do for myself to better myself. Because if I didn't have this time apart from him in my ear, talking down to me, telling me that I wasn't good enough to do what I wanted to do with myself, I was able to evolve, let go of the emotional aspect of being with him. Because all that negativity, all that hurt, all that anger, it just weighed me down to the point where I kept beating myself up about it, about this current situation with him. And I blamed myself for how he disrespected others. And I had to let it all go, because I can only be responsible for my actions and the things that I did. I can't be responsible for the next person's actions.
Have you told us what the current situation is?
No, not yet.
Okay.
The current situation is definitely going to be mind-blowing situation.
We'll see.
Miss Kathy, what do you love, or what did you love about T-Bone?
It was
Cordell
Teacup.
Nash. It's Teacup.
Teacup. I fell in love with, and this is past tense, he used to speak with me with respect, and he was loving, and also he was sweet at times. But the thing is, with him, he's sweet, calculated sweet, because he wants me to do something for him. And I realized that pattern.
Are y'all the same age?
No, I'm older than him.
How much older?
You're a cougar.
No, it's like 2 years older.
Miss Kathy.
2 years, yes.
Cordell asked, did you have your dad in your life?
Actually, I did not have my father in my life. My mother and him actually separated when I was, I think, 4 or 5, and she left him because my father was a abusive addict.
So you became a product of your environment.
Yeah, I really did.
Well, Miss Kathy, let me dig and probe a little bit.
No problem.
Give me an example of what could cause him to physically put his hands on you, because it's always easier to verbally abuse someone and emotionally abuse someone. So what would have to transpire in order for him to physically, because I mean y'all was together for 8 years, so the physicality began way before way within the 8-year time period.
Well, let's see. The first time he got physical with me actually was last year in May. And the stupid thing is, it was over toilet paper. He got mad over toilet paper.
He was fighting in COVID?
Well, sometimes it's not good to try to determine why the abuser abuses, because you have to be the abuser in order to know why the abuser is abusing. And it's not you, the victim, that causes the abuser to react. The abuser has triggers that they have to work on. And so your toilet paper was just a scapegoat.
Right. I agree with that.
Building up.
Well, it was more about obedience.
Well, that's
that's why he got upset, because I didn't bring him the toilet paper he wanted. I wasn't obedient to him. That's why he got upset.
So it goes back to what Tony said in the beginning, that I need you to see it my way.
Yep. Yeah. When I say something, that's what I want. And now he's actually incarcerated.
May I ask why he's incarcerated?
Yeah. He was arrested. Sorry.
Take your time.
For being a serial rapist.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah. Yes.
There's your resolve right there. You just gotta get help on you and be glad he's gone. No more relationship to talk about. We're talking about healing now.
Right. And that's exactly what it is. I had to let go, because one, I'm not gonna sit here and continue to listen to the excuses and put myself in danger any longer.
So, Miss Kathy, he's incarcerated for being a serial rapist. And, I've been a person that's been in trouble with the law before. So I'm sure he has attempted to reach out to you.
Yes.
Before we move on, hold on, Miss Kathy. Cordell say, if you had one wish, what would it be?
Oh, honestly, I would wish that the world could actually be a better place and people could learn to be better and treat each other with respect and the dignity that we deserve.
Cordell wants to know, Miss Kathy, in those, y'all had an 8-year run. So I'm sure that this is an answer that Cordell knows already himself, but he wants to hear it from you. In those 8 years, if you had a chance to look back on the relationship, would you do it again, knowing everything that you've been through?
See, that would have been a really simple answer, and I would say no, and that I wouldn't do it. But I would say that I don't want to change the person that I grew to be, the stronger person that I became after this relationship.
Good answer.
I think it's something, and it's not just you, Kathy. Most women, by nature, are nurturers. And I mentioned this to you before. Most women are nurturers, and women see the potential in the man. Well, if I just stick by him, he'll change. Or if I just hold his hand, he'll do this. Or if I just change his outfits or his clothing, he'll become this. Or if I could just get him into a technical trade school, he'll become that. Or if I can get him in anger management, he'll become this. If I could just get him some braces, he'll have perfect teeth. If I, so women see the potential and they're fixer-uppers and they try to, in their mind, they've already created the perfect man. Because if you guys have been together for 8 years, that means he's had some good qualities. All the qualities could not have been bad.
Yes, he did.
And apparently some of his good qualities may have outweighed the bad. So with that being said, also, you saw the potential. Yeah, it might be 13 things that are bad, but it's 17 things that are good. You know what I'm saying? So with these 17 good qualities or these 19 good qualities, now if I just work with him, we'll debunk those 13 that are bad together.
Right.
So that's how women see men. It's crazy as hell, but that's how women see men.
Right.
How long has he been locked up?
He was arrested in June
of this year.
How
And
long
when they
his
go ahead, Ms.
charges
Juicy.
for? Like, how many years has he been a serial rapist?
Actually, they said that it was from December of last year to April of this year.
Sierra West says, "Strongest woman I know. Love you."
I love you too, boo. Thank you.
You know when they label you with the title serial, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. When they label you with the title of serial, it is at least more than like 5.
As of right now, it's 3 that they know of.
Right. But what town is this in?
It's West Palm Beach.
So in West Palm Beach, we've had a so-called serial raper running around assaulting women, and well, I can't even say too much bad about the police then, because I mean, yes, it's a horrible thing that it happened to those women, but I mean, serial, most time it goes on for years, and for them to be done track him down from December to June is pretty good. So my question is, you say they got the DNA. So in order for them to have gotten the DNA and compared all 3 women, that means that they've already had his DNA in the database in order to know that it was him. So he's been to prison before, to where, because in prison before being released from prison, they take your DNA.
He has been incarcerated before.
What were those charges?
One was for a domestic violence between me and him, and the other ones were before me and his relationship.
Now, Miss Kathy.
But even though they were before you, were they anything doing with sexual?
No.
So this
None
is
of
a
that.
blind side to you.
Yeah, this came out of nowhere.
And you found out in June.
I found out he was in jail, and
no, you found out that these charges were his charges in June.
Yes.
Were y'all together in June?
Yeah. He actually got arrested leaving my house to go to the store.
So they were staking out your property.
They were looking for his vehicle. They didn't know that he was at my house.
So
do you have any kids from him?
No. Absolutely not.
Now, Miss Kat, let me ask you this question. It seems that prior to getting to know this gentleman,
Mhm.
you say you met him on a website.
Yeah.
You just wanted to get your splash on, and it ended up into an 8-year run. Now, in
Yes.
between this 8-year run, there was some violence, and I'm pretty sure. I'd assume that you asked him, and he told you he's been incarcerated before, right?
Yes. I
Now,
also looked him up and did a
okay, so
background
you
check.
so you you already knew that he already whooped a little woman ass. You
No,
already knew.
actually, he didn't have charges for physical violence towards anybody except for me on his rap sheet.
So what were his charges before?
It was destruction of property.
That's violence.
That's violent.
It's violence, but towards an inoperative
Well, abuse.
objects.
But
That's violence.
that's the level before you hit a person.
Exactly.
There's levels of aggression and abuse, and when a person is a violent and abuser, they will hit and abuse things around you, and then the next level is you. And so, if you're not aware of the levels of abuse, you wouldn't know
That's
that
what
that's a
that's
red
what I was
flag.
just gonna say. The average person would not know the red flags to look for.
Right.
So, ATL family out there listening, if you see criminal activity that they breaking windows, flattening tires, punching walls, they gonna hit you.
But did you ever get the feeling that he was a rapist or could potentially be pushed there? Well, nobody can push you. That's when your brain fucked up.
So, Miss
Wow,
Kathy,
that goes into their sexual relationship. Was he very aggressive while y'all were sexually active? Did he not take a no from you? Did he get it every time he wanted it?
That has happened in the past.
Wow.
Yes, I have been in a domestic violence relationship. I've had some crazy stories happen in my life as well. And I didn't know that breaking things around you was abuse until I experienced it.
First, it goes from punching a wall. It's only so many walls, and then you're gonna turn to that wall.
right. But my thing, Miss Kathy, is a lot of times, you know, it's like again what Tony says, a form of intimidation. So the more you seem to stand up for yourself, and the other tactics that he was using, like punching stuff, knocking over things that would normally scare you, didn't work on you anymore. So the next thing was for him to put his hands on you. You know, when I get mad, angry or whatever, except for when I'm dealing with a dude, I got to leave the house. I don't want to be angry or upset like that to a point. So at that moment, when I feel myself getting tense, let me go on and leave and chill out for a while, and I'll be back in a little bit. Because, I mean, hitting a woman, is not something that I feel like. Actually, I don't just believe in passing licks. I don't think a woman should hit a man, nor a man hit a woman. Um, but I think that on numerous occasions he gave you, because you said that he just about a year ago started putting his hands on you. So in the 7 years or the 6 years that you guys were together, he gave you some red flags that he could be violent.
I've been in a relationship and I saw not one red flag. He was a complete God sent angel for 2 years straight until like one day what the hell happened to you? So some people, and what, like, even going through the social networking, they catfish you. And if he could see, he's got someone who, and they prey on people who are insecure, don't love themselves, and are looking for love in any kind of way they can receive it. And this is another example of, you don't use sex to get to know a person. You need to get to know a person before you have sex. So your intention when you started out was to have sex. So you're in a sense opening up the can of Pandora's box to get whatever it is that is coming to you. And Lord, I apologize that it had to be so drastic to get the awareness to come. But those 8 years and the different things that happened, I had a man who told me that he would stay with me, but he was going to do everything he could to me to the point where I asked him to leave. And the torture I went through till I finally decided go was him abusing himself. Like, he had abused me to the point where he was like, well, damn, if you don't care about you, do you care if I hurt me? And so now that you are free, how can we help you?
I feel like the way that I need help is a bigger support system.
I put my number in the chat box.
So Miss Kathy, you don't have family, or if you did have family, by you continually taking him back and breaking up with him and taking him back, did that ward off your family from being a part of a support system for you?
Actually, no. I do have family, but we're not close at all. I'm actually the black sheep of my family.
This was before your relationship?
Yes, before my relationship.
Is it because of how you feel about yourself that you feel it's a black sheep, or?
Oh no, I've been called plenty of disrespectful names and things because of my sexuality, my preference of people that I love and care about, my values. My family literally feels like because you know what, I'm just gonna say it, they're racist as shit. They racist as shit and they're homophobic.
So are you mixed and are you bisexual?
Yes, I am Puerto Rican and I'm Jamaican and I am bisexual, and they do not approve.
Hey girl, how you doing?
Shout out to what you almost.
I hope you got a big ass and you tell them to kiss it as you walk the other way and live your best
Let me tell you
life.
something. I told them, don't let the door hit you when the good load split you.
So they're against you. Why? Because you're bisexual and you date what? White men or black men? What are they against when you have your preference of men?
Every man other than Hispanic.
Whoa.
Your boyfriend, what is his nationality?
He's African American.
Girl, I was hoping you was gonna say white.
No. No. I've had my little Chico swirl, but no.
Just because
it's always
you gave that whole description of him. I was praying for him to be. I'm praying you was gonna say, "Oh, he's Caucasian." I was gonna say yes to the Caucasians.
Well, it's normally that African American dip and dip that make them, forget that they were getting their head whopped.
Yeah,
But
but I
I
already locked up for that's a little too much dipping on them.
I want to ask you because we moved on from this earlier, Miss Cat. Now we were once speaking on he asked you to open his phone and get the phone numbers out, right?
Yes.
Okay. Once you was giving him the phone number, let's get to the meat of that.
Oh, I didn't check his phone and do all that. After visitations were over, because I couldn't stay in the room with him because he was in an isolated room and strapped down to the bed. They told me I can sit in the ER and wait. So I was there and his phone went off. And it was a number I did not know. And it said, "Where are you?" And I opened it up and I read the messages, and come to find out that person sent Teacup address, pictures, times of me. So I was just like, oh, wow. Are you serious? This is what we
Did
do?
that shit make you mad because you couldn't beat his ass because he was already
Yes.
sick? Girl.
I was like, Karma
that-
got him before I got him.
I was
Tiama would have still went to jail.
Let me tell
Tiama
you.
would have still went to jail because she'd have went back in that man room and whooped him in that damn hospital.
Let me tell you something. I was so upset and hurt. I was like, damn, Karma, you ain't even give me a chance.
But let me ask you this. Now,
Yes, it did.
When you said
a chance to have your karma, and like the way to cleanse karma is unconditional love. So you were faced with the scenario of what the fuck, and then how you handled it was being a genuine and a loving soul. Your blessings gonna come in on my lamb. Just your blessings. Just wait for the moment. Like the healing's gonna come. You're gonna get through it. You got support. We here for you. Cause I want to be your bestie. Considering
Cordell.
Well, I already got one of those. Let me tell you something.
We can be. I was praying it wasn't a black man. I was
right. That's what she was doing.
That the black man better than that.
Didn't do the sister like that. Didn't do the sister like that.
For me? But when we get up off here, you better come on here so I can get to your ass properly, Cordell, with your high ass.
Okay, so I got a question. You said, now, you said in the beginning you said you didn't go through his messages, but
not
you
until
saw
that night.
You saw one text message,
and
it said to disrespect his phone.
I did it, girl.
He does it to my phone.
Stand in your truth. If you was down for the count, and yes, I went through every damn
everything.
Everything.
I was Inspector Gadget in this hole.
That you thought you deleted, I brought it back up.
I surely did. That trash can was everything.
Put it all the way back up.
That trash can.
That's exactly why I would have
you can backdate it a couple years, 8 years.
I got all your back stuff.
Listen, that's why I got 3 locks on my phone.
Baby boy, don't worry about them 3 locks because they can get completely taken away with my hands.
No. Listen, each one of my locks are at least 19 words or numbers in sequence to do something. You're not just gonna pick in mine. You're not gonna just pick a boy in mine.
Let me help you. Legacy. For every code that is there's a master code.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what I do. I tell you what I'm willing
y'all
to do.
know this.
I'm telling y'all, I'm willing to put $100 and put my phone in front of any one of you women and give you an hour. You won't get in my phone.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
When do you want to take this? Listen, I don't know about her, but I'll be in West Palm first thing tomorrow. So put your phone in my hand.
now I want you now. I'm also now I want me $100. You got an hour now, so if you don't do it, I need I need $100.
Listen, long as you give me my money with no
We can put
excuses,
it in
little
Tony's
boy.
hand. We can put it in Tony's hand.
See, let me tell you, Tony got bills. He can do so with that. You better have.
Girl, you crazy. But I just so what happened after you got the message and
Always forever.
okay. What happened after you read the text message? Did you embark on a journey to the room?
No, actually, I stayed in the ER because I couldn't go back up there. One, and two,
They couldn't
because
stop Tiama.
let me tell you something. They probably couldn't have, but the type of person I am, I knew that at that moment, what he was up there to do is not what I'm up here to do. I came up there to be a supporting and loving person and to take care of the person that I love.
So
and I'm not I wasn't going to put salt in the wound already.
You wouldn't have did that. He already did that. He put the own salt in his wound.
Let me take, but Legacy, you do not understand. So you know you were genuine, then you find out how bad somebody fucked you over, and you're in the hospital and you're standing by their side to say, you know what, whatever is whatever happened, I'm here to support you by any means necessary to get you back 100. Then you see that portrayal, bro. Let me tell you, I'm like, boy, you better be.
It was hurtful.
Glad.
She stayed though, Tiama.
I did.
Listen.
I stayed and I took care of him and I got him from that wheelchair back on his feet.
Let me tell you, I stayed too. Legacy. I stayed too. Listen, I didn't stay in the hospital for nobody in my family. My mom will tell you, low key, nobody in my family. So for me to stay there, spend the night, thinking you are my ace coon, and bitch, I am the one you betrayed the most. Boo Boo Kitty, let me tell you, I was having bipolar schizophrenic moments like a motherfucker. Do to me.
Right.
I diagnosed myself schizophrenic bipolar because I was like, boy, let me tell you, the ways I want to fuck you up makes no sense. But then you feel you like, damn, you got, boy, God took the number one thing that got you to fuck me over. So, bitch, okay, we even. That's how I had to look at my situation.
And you know what? That's exactly how I looked at mine because I do have those symptoms. I mean, those issues. So I did see it that way. I was like, you know what? He got you first. We gonna work on this.
Work on what?
Working on getting him better, his 100, so he can go about his business.
That ain't your responsibility.
See, don't hear me telling me, Tiama, that's effed up. That's a responsibility. What
It was because she answered
pick
the
a
call.
side, Legacy.
Right.
And she went up
Listen,
there.
I'm saying this. At that moment of truth,
Mm-hmm.
he couldn't have learned anything from it because all you showed him was that no matter what he put you through, you are still going to be there. Because even after you got him healed, the situation didn't get. Now you the one besides God helped him overcome that situation, got him back on his feet, and he still didn't value you, even after you did that. So he at that moment when he was there, because for one, he wasn't your husband, so you was not destined to have to stay there and get him back on his feet. At that moment,
Right.
if the lesson was gonna be taught was this is what you deal with, and when you don't have anybody here, you learn how to value somebody who once had your back. You don't do that. If I know this is why situations go on the way that they go on. because when the lesson is to be learned, it's people that always come along and remove the lesson because I got you. Now, had you had to let him suffer through that and got through that struggle on his own, he would have appreciated you more because he knew that, you know what, she's tired of my shit. She ain't gonna take me back from this due to the fact of what she found out while I was in this mess. And now I don't have anybody to hold me down. But what you taught him was, and excuse my French, and I'm gonna say it, but it ain't directly towards you. This is something that may have ran through his mind. He said, damn, this is a dumb bitch. No, she done got my phone.
Yeah, no. You know what? There's plenty of times that I've called myself that. But the thing is, he didn't know that I knew that he was that.
Listen, bullshit. Let me tell you something. If my phone, I'm in the hospital laid down, and my phone is in the hand of the woman that I'm with, and she talking about walking out the room with it, I'm coming up out that goddamn hospital bed. Do you understand me? She would never get that goddamn phone alone, talking and pot. No, leave that phone here. No, I'm gonna take it and put that motherfucking phone down. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm taking IVs out. I'm taking goddamn breathing machines and loose. Either I'm gonna die getting that bitch, because you won't kill me because what you find out in that bitch.
I am done talking to you for the rest of the year.
What you call that was enabling. And,
yes.
and I believe, yes. But I also think that her purpose was for her be there. Now, once she was finished there, she's supposed to be finished there. Now, to continue on, like, there's a relationship to have when there wasn't a relationship right then. I hear legacy. That was a way. That was God giving you your way out.
But Juicy, listen.
She also
let me jump on this right quick,
love
Juicy.
herself.
Let me jump on this with you, Juicy.
She wasn't confident enough to do that.
Right, but let me jump on your back with this, Juicy. Mm-hmm. Also, by her not knowing how to love herself, the more she helped him and saw him get over all those obstacles, and he was wooing her, he was saying things about how he's not going to mistreat her no more, how he's going to be there for her. She also was falling back up under the love spell because, like Tony says, she saw her builder bear come back from being a broken bear. So the love that she already had for him to get him through that also increased because he was going to be he's promised to be a better man, because that softer side of him was coming out again because he needed her.
Right.
Codependency.
You're absolutely right.
Goes along with being abused and being abusers. And there's a person who is a codependent like him. They look for people who need to be dependent on, like her, to make her feel like a better person and love herself. She needed someone else to love her, and that's what he was doing. That's why I asked her, now that she's got her way to go free because he's gone, how can we help her? Because the relationship, there ain't no relationship.
But Juicy, it is a relationship because she's already said that she communicates with him while he's in jail.
Oh, I missed that part.
Am I right, Miss Kathy?
I was, yes.
So again,
are you still?
No, not anymore.
How long ago that's been, Miss Kathy?
Since when?
Since yesterday.
See?
Okay,
since yesterday.
Thank you for being honest.
You see?
The thing is,
one day at a time. I know this is one day at a time.
Right. But for me, I feel like I'm abandoning him in the worst part of his time. But also I have to understand that I have to let him go. I have to let him go because if I don't.
Miss Kathy, how much money you put on his book since he's been in jail?
0.
How many collect calls have you paid for?
So
I would have to say a couple
So
of
what I
hundred.
do for
Hold on,
the
hold on,
women
Miss
who
Juicy.
I help
Miss
who've
Juicy.
been
Hold on,
abused,
please. This she's finna
you
prove
have
my
my
point.
number.
It's you gave it to her in the inbox. It's
In
in
the
there, Miss
chat,
Kathy.
yeah.
Every time you get the notion, the vibe to want to speak to him, to answer the call, call me. No matter what time, call me. If you say you have that best friend, you don't feel like calling me, call your best friend. Because you've got to distract the distraction. And the distraction from you healing you is focusing back on you because you have the dependent vibe. You need him in order for you to feel like something. You need you. You need you. So if you need something else to do and it's like you say you need the support, call me.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do.
Miss Kathy, let me tell you.
Yes.
Let me just go on and tell you the real deal. I appreciate
Mm-hmm.
Miss Juicy for handing out. And you'll see my information at the end. You can call me throughout the day. I don't have a problem if I'm able to answer my phone. I don't want you to be reaching out for me, Juicy, or anybody. And because we do have lives and things like that. So it's several people on here you might could reach out to. But I will, But I'm gonna tell you because I'm a special kind of dude.
I can definitely tell.
Some of the best lies.
Let's come out his mouth.
Say what, Tony?
Let's come out his mouth.
But some of the best lies and storytellers are people who have now, because see, you're no longer the codependent. He's now codependent upon you because he has nobody else to believe in him, and he has nobody else to pick up a phone and call who may be willing to accept the phone call as frequently as you. I want you to understand something biblically through the Quran. The Quran says that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removes the situation from you, and if you yourself go back to that situation, it becomes 7 times greater and 7 times harder to remove yourself from it because that's something that you wanted. The Bible also speaks and says when God removed, demons and spirits from your vessel, which is your body, your soul, your body. If you do not put something in that vessel to make that vessel whole or to fill in that spot, that same demon comes back with 7 more to make it that much harder for you to move on. You have to move on from the situation. God has removed you from this situation by putting the demon of your life in jail. He may or may not ever have to return. But you, on the other end, are standing to the fence feeding the demon. You are the person that is inhabiting what this person is, because he's no longer in control. You are, and all you have to do is not put money on the phone and do not accept collect calls, because behind that phone, he's telling you some of the sweetest shit you never heard before. Am I right or wrong?
Okay.
In the beginning, you were right, but no, not the last conversation we had.
Because he realized that you are breaking from up under his spell. You're asking him questions that you probably never would have asked if he was in front of you, because he intimidated you. How you beat that is make sure there is no more communication. And you control that as we speak right now.
All right.
So you are longing for his voice. You are holding on to whatever he's telling you when you know it's full of shit.
And that's because there's not another voice to hear. there's not something else to give you to fill the void. And that's why I offered my number. Because I've been in that position. I felt that feeling before too.
And you're not content with just being alone.
Yes.
Well, I'm not alone. I might, not be with someone in that type of relationships way.
I have 5
but
children.
I have my best friend, and me and her communicate all the time, and she's the person that has been helping me through this.
Good.
But listen, I'm glad she's there to help. But still, to this, you just told us that you have put hundreds of dollars in collect calls for him to be able to call you. Those are hundreds of dollars could have went toward your bill. Those are $100 that you could have put in a Shiba account to make your money grow for you. But still, you're putting that $100 so that you can communicate with the man who was your abuser.
Wow, when you put it like that, jeez.
Right.
And that's where I say it's good you have your friend there, but it's evident she's not enough support. You also said it, you need support. So one of the things to do to help with the talking, because that's what you're doing when you're speaking to him and answering, is talking. So that's why I would say, that you can write too. Journaling.
I do. I'm actually writing the book of my life, of all the things that I've been through and how I got from the beginning of my life to where I'm at now.
So it should be a sequel.
Oh, there's a trust me, the Harry Potter franchise ain't got nothing on my books.
Oh man. But we definitely, I'm a wild person. Everybody tell I'm wild, but that's one thing that I just don't condone. I have a mother, I have a daughter, I have sisters, I have female friends, sisters that I've been ordained to have in my life through this podcast, and I'm just not an advocate for a man putting his hand on a woman. That's something at the end of the day, I also believe this too, that with mental and emotional abuse, that is something that we accept on our own. Nobody can relinquish, nobody can take or give me emotional or mental abuse because I'm not going to sit there and take it. So that goes back to what Ms. Juicy said about, for you to sit there and continually take it, that meant that you didn't love yourself. You didn't love your energy enough to say, you know what, this just ain't something that I'm willing to endure anymore. But again, I speak on the fact that you have what you've been praying for, which is separation. And sometimes it's funny that the deliverance that we look for, being separated from someone that caused so much pain from us, it may be that God answers your prayer because you are not strong enough to do it yourself. But once he removed that situation from you, because you wasn't really sincere about it, you can't see that was actually your prayer being answered, because he had to remove something that you love more than you loved yourself and something that you love more than him.
It's interesting.
Well, if he wanted me to work on me, he did a great job. Because removing him from my life, oh yeah, removing him from my life, I've questioned everything that's ever happened this entire relationship, and was like, how could I sit there and deal with all of the foolishness? And I realized that I deserve much better than that. I deserve someone to actually love me for the person that I am and not for what I can do for them.
What are the talents that you have? Are you an artist? Do you draw, sing, paint? What do you like to
I
do?
used to do a lot of painting. I write. I'm great with computers. Technology in general, I'm great
Tony,
with.
we got another person that we can use in the backdrop for the show, Tony. We got us a computer genius.
Oh, he should know. Don't act like you don't know, Tony. I can do basically anything I put my mind to when it comes to something I'm passionate about. I love writing about Greek mythology, history, things like that.
Ooh, so are you creating yourself as a goddess and telling the story of how the
You know what?
gods
That
all
would
got?
have been a great idea. I should have done it like that. But I was doing it as an autobiography.
Okay.
Hmm.
Either way, it's still good.
I think I'm gonna try it that way. Thank you for that idea.
Always.
Maybe it would come out easier.
Mm-hmm.
Before we close out, because we're getting close to our end, I had a short video I got from TikTok a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to share on. It's going to put some light on the situation and change the mood just a tad bit before closing out, and we all may get a little laugh. But check this video out.
All right.
Thank you for calling Sugar Mamas Express. This is Tanaya. How can I provide exceptional service today? Okay, ma'am, let me see if I got this right. You bought your sugar baby a PS5 and 2 pairs of Louboutin shoes this week. And instead of coming over to massage your feet this weekend, he went out with his boys? Oh, and you went through the iPhone 12 that you bought him and saw news of another girl. That's just disrespectful. Oh, I didn't say nothing, ma'am. May I have your account number? Okay, here's your options. We can take him through another training so he can understand his place, or you can put him back on the market. What would you like to do? Okay, let me take a look at what we have available. We have a 28-year-old. His requirements are for the sugar mama to pay for him to go to barbering school. Now, that includes licensing and chair rental at the Catch This Fade barbershop and tax filing. And then we have a 25-year-old, and his requirements are for the sugar mama to hold him down while he pursue his rap career. That's what it says here in the notes, ma'am. I guess that means that you will be responsible for feeding him, clothing him, housing him. You know, the kind of things that somebody's mama is supposed to do in exchange for sexual favors. Well, he just dropped a mixtape on Spotify. It's got 75 plays so far. I've heard it. It's terrible. Okay, you want to go with the one that's going to barbering school. I think that's an excellent choice, ma'am. Is the credit card number on file still good? Oh, you would like to use another form of payment? Okay. I see here you have alimony and child support funds. Would you like to use that? All right, let me get that set up for you. Now, it's standard procedure to have the sugar baby tested for all STDs. This will delay processing and delivery, so it may take up to 10 business days before he arrives. But we will get him out as soon as possible because I know you need him. In the meantime, I can connect you with our collections department to recover funds lost with your current sugar baby. Would you like that? Okay, thank you for calling Sugar Mamas Express. Please stay on hold while I connect you. Girl, you won't believe this one.
is a mess.
So, Kathy, you might need to call Sugar Mama's Express.
I ain't trying to take care of nobody.
No, get your money back.
Well, yeah, definitely do that.
Well, it's getting to be that time. We've made it to our mark tonight. Miss Kathy, I want to just, tell you, continue to definitely don't put any more money on the phone. Don't accept any more calls, and Miss Juicy and I, cause we have some people that are fans of this show that come on faithfully, that happen to call me and Tony a lot, and run things by us that goes on in their life. So if I make myself available to give them 20-30 minutes, I definitely can do it with you. I'm pretty sure Miss Juicy say wake up at 4-5 o'clock in the morning. If you wake up in a cold sweat and you need somebody to speak to, she got you. You can't call Tiama, cause Tiama Tyson will fight you about waking him up in the middle of the morning. And
I don't blame Tyson take that personal.
I don't sleep, so you can call me. I'm up napping, so I'm up at all hours.
But you might need to call me because I give out that tough love to honey. You'll be like, Boo Boo Kitty, listen, I don't want to her out, so don't call me. Don't call my damn phone. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh man. So in closing, Miss Kathy, since you are our guest tonight, just basically, let everybody, if you got, what I'm saying, if it's anything that you do, like trying to market yourself, you want someone to know something, how they can get at you about your, your computer geniusness and things of that nature, what you do.
Your email, your Instagram.
Yeah, let them know how they can reach out to you. And don't let nobody talk to you off of the cyber again. So just make sure that ain't no more dating when they reach out to you.
Oh no, I'm over that. I'm
Okay.
good.
Well, let them know then.
If you guys want to contact me, let's see. I think you guys can hit me up on my Instagram. I'm sorry, I didn't have any of that pulled up. Tony, would you be able to put it in the description for me?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You can look in the description for my Instagram. Basically, let's see. I apologize for all that. I should have been a little bit more prepared.
It's okay. So we're gonna move on while Tony put that together for you. We're gonna take it to Miss Juicy. Miss Juicy, let them know how they can get in contact with you about these herbs and spices and information on how to love themselves better from the inside out.
And from the outside in, because we have topical skincare products for you as well. But there's been a little update because I thought about it. Y'all can get a lot of information through my Facebook group page, Enliven Your Way to Wellness, instead of just following me, because you need the information about being well, not me. So Facebook, Enliven Your Way to Wellness. Or you can always set up a consultation, 785-422-6949. Instagram, Miss Beautiful, MSBEUTEAFUL. And I just started doing, I got more. I just started doing TikTok. I have 0 followers and I'm following 0 people. And I don't know how to follow people. So y'all can follow me. But I did post some TikToks. And it's Miss Juicy Cakes.
Yeah!
I can't.
You got to. You got to.
Yeah!
She said, I don't know how to follow Mike, but she posted a TikTok.
That's all my daughter taught me.
Well, thank you, Miss
Legacy.
Okay, I was like, is she doing the kid challenge?
Well, I'll go. And then next we have the Miss Lovely Tiama.
You can find me on Facebook at Tayama Sweetness Copeland. You can find me on Instagram, Tayama01. You can also find me at Just in Time Accessories, where we definitely have all the bling and everything in between. You guys, I love my business. So pretty much, Tyson's mom.
That's it. That's it. Hey.
I ain't even Tayama no more. I'm just Tyson's mom.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back,
Even
y'all.
when people
I'm
call
back.
me, they don't even call for me no more. Tayama has totally disappeared.
Yeah, they ain't want me talking tonight, but I'm gonna finish this off.
We
I'm gonna
on
finish
Tony.
this. Okay. Now, I'd like to bring to the stage my brother, the one that makes this possible other than God, the one that allows to have this platform to be able to speak, talk, and encourage others when they're down, and also to be able to put a smile on their face. My brother from another mother, my friend, sometime my headache, Mr. Anthony Brown. Let them know how they can get at you, sir.
What up, boy? I'm Anthony
What is
Brown.
it?
I can't.
You can reach me on the Anthony Brown Show. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course YouTube. And I often tell you guys I'm Anthony Brown Show, the YouTuber, influencer, and a mentor. And the words I wholeheartedly live by and swear by is grind until you shine.
For sure, for sure. And I'm gonna just say this before we get out of here, before I do me. My ATL family, my ATL world, everybody out there that affiliates with us and that don't know us yet, but do know us. Love yourself. It's okay to love on yourself. It's okay to give love. But what is not okay is to endure pain from somebody that does not have to be in your life. Remove that. Remove that from you. And even if it means that you have to be alone when you're not alone, because there's a man up above that loves you when no one else can or do. Long as you two love each other, you're never by yourself. Hold on to that. And I'm Legacy the Great. And you can reach me at Facebook up under Dream Williams. YouTube, you can reach me at Antonio Williams. My email address is AUNYAWMS121@gmail.com. And you can also call me for consultation too at 229-630-7615. And as we say, you know what I'm gonna do? I ain't did this in a minute before we get out of here. Miss Kathy.
Yes.
You remember when I first came on here and I said ATL ho?
Yes.
Let the world know where you at, baby. Represent and let them know. Hit it.
Say ATL ho. Say ATL ho.
Sorry. Oh my goodness. Say that again. I didn't hear you guys.
ATL ho.
ATL ho.
ATL. They're back.
It's my time again.
Anthony, Tioma, G7, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best in this shit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking reppin' straight. Okay, I'm the best, you other cats just fell the way. First off, ain't no beef with the spitters in my city. But if it comes with 28, then shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers, either dead on the scene, if she wanna be actors. It's the message. I'm talking open hills, the place the schools over feeling foggy. I'll be patiently waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one, just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. I'm on against team Muslim when you ready to lose. The game, the street, the zone is true. It's the message, hope it leave you from me rappers. Yeah, the message. So y'all know. Yeah, the monster is back. And I'm at my spot. ATL, ho.